The gap we are trying to fill with this assignment is how Jacob explains what happened to him to his family and how his wives and sons reacted to his story about his wrestling match with God. This is not explicitly stated in Genesis 32, and as a group we thought it would be interesting to know, and we're curious to explore more about how this affected Jacob and his relationships afterwards.
Hey guys, this is Caleb, and I am going to be answering the question, what is happening in the story that you're dealing with? So let me give a breakdown of that story again real quick for you guys. So in the story of Jacob wrestling with God, Jacob is on his way back to Canaan with his family after a long absence. The story takes a dramatic turn when he's alone at night, and a man wrestled him till daybreak. That's going to be Genesis 32:24. This man is often interpreted as God himself. The wrestling match was intense, and Jacob refuses to let go, even when his hip is injured. The moment comes when the man says, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." And Jacob responds to him, "I will not let you go unless you bless me," which is Genesis 32:26. The man then gives Jacob a new name, Israel, saying, "You have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." So after this encounter, Jacob is left with a limp due to his injured hip, but he is also blessed and is given a new identity as Israel. The story then shifts to Jacob returning to his family, and likely reflecting on this extraordinary encounter he had with God. So the question was, what is happening in the story that you are dealing with? And I would say that I'm dealing with the concept of wrestling with God. I am in a spot where I feel like I am wrestling with God spiritually. I'm constantly in conflict with my thoughts, but I like analyzing how Jacob's encounter with God really serves as a turning point in his life. It allows him to confront his past mistakes and emerge stronger and wiser. I would hope that that happens to me as well in my wrestle with God. But Jacob's refusal to let go of God, even in the face of physical pain and adversity, is very inspiring in my own spiritual journey. And I hope that persistence is something that I can work on and try and incorporate in my wrestle with God. So, thank you. Ow! Ow! Ow!
What happened, Jacob?
My hip.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. My name's not Jacob. It's Israel.
Why?
I was wrestling with a man all night, and I figured out it was God. And he blessed me. But my hip really hurts.
Some ways that the Bible gives us room to fill in the gap in the story includes the lack of detail that happens immediately right after Jacob wrestled with God. The Bible doesn't really say exactly what happened aside from the actual aftermath of the encounter or the outcome of what the encounter with God led to. This includes Jacob's limb and hurt hip, which implies that something significant happened, which probably led Jacob to slowly walk back hurt to his family. Finally, Jacob's transformation and name change from Jacob to Israel, which means wrestled with God, leaves space for us to predict and brainstorm creative ideas as to what might have happened.
Okay, so we believe that the lesson of the story is that our experiences shape our beliefs and faith, and that God allows things to happen in order to strengthen our faith in Him. We think that the wrestling in the story symbolizes spiritual struggle and kind of confronting your own weaknesses, because you have to depend entirely on God. Like Jacob didn't know what was happening, but he still was dependent on God. And he was willing to persevere until morning and didn't give up. And I feel like this really shows the importance of having unwavering faith.
To answer the question, what lesson can we take from this passage to apply to our own culture today? We can understand that persevering through hard events can lead to a good outcome. Jacob struggled with the angel or God or the man, whoever, and was heavily injured during the process. But in the end, that injury led to his blessing and reminded him of the struggle that he went through to get there. His experience with the angel strengthened his faith with God, while also strengthening the relationships with those around him. We can also gather from this passage that us as humans are able to overcome and recover from the mistakes of our past. It seems as though the angel recognized the mistakes Jacob made with his brother Esau and gave him the opportunity to learn from his past and redeem himself. Jacob did so, and instead of harming the angel when he had the upper hand against him, he only asked for his blessing and let the angel go, showing God and the reader that he has grown from his past faults, and we can do so as well.
Hi, Belle.
Hi.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, what would your reaction be if your loved one came up to you and was like, oh, by the way, I changed my name, and also I fought and wrestled with a strange man angel thing last night, and my hip hurts really bad?
I think I'd just be really taken aback by it, like shocked by all the changes, and I think he was going kind of crazy, actually.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Angel man thing, and I changed my name, and I've been blessed now.
Personally, I would be very concerned, but I would be like, okay, good on you, pimp. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'd be like, okay, girl, whatever you say, that's crazy. That's a crazy story.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what would your reaction be if your significant other was like limping and hurt, walked up to you, and they were like, by the way, I changed my name was changed, and I fought with this strange angel man yesterday, and I've been blessed, and now I'm different?
I'd probably be pretty concerned, but I guess supportive at the same time.
Okay, interesting, thank you. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Jamie.
What would your reaction be if your loved one came up to you and was like, oh, by the way, my name is changed now, and yesterday I wrestled with a strange angel man, and now I'm blessed? What would your reaction be to that?
You know, I'd be a little bit concerned, but obviously we all have our things that we're dealing with, so I'd try to just understand where they're coming from and really work with them through this.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Go.
I gotta.
Wait, can you hear?